In the last 20 years, PCG's budget only increased, ranging between 150 million to 250 million pesos. But this year, Congress allotted 6.5 billion pesos for its capital outlay to take effect in 2018. The PCG has been entrusted with a total amount of 12.5 billion pesos to support its operation and development. With this approved budget, the PCG allotted the procurement of the following major projects: watercrafts including jet skis, 11.5-meter special purpose craft for maritime law enforcement, aluminum boats, rigid hull inflatable boats with outboard motor, a medium-weight multipurpose twin-engine helicopter project, motor vehicles including boom trucks and fully equipped ambulances, security equipment including submachine guns 9mm, assault rifles 5.56mm, sniper rifles 308mm, light machine guns 7.62mm, 50 caliber anti-material sniper rifles, 50 caliber heavy machine guns, 9mm pistols, 12.7mm heavy machine guns with automatic gyro stabilizer, and 12.7mm heavy machine guns. Information and communication technology including office productivity and unified vessel numbering system. Infrastructures including construction of Coast Guard base in Sibutu and Kalayaan Island, installation of buoys, rehabilitation of Tubataha Lighthouse, procurement of primary lanterns, secondary lanterns, and other equipment. Buildings including Coast Guard communication, weapons, electronics, and information system service. Coast Guard stations in Cavite, Tagbilaran, Cebu, Ormoc, and Catbalogan. CG substations in Allen, Hilongos, Dapa, Surigao, Rojas, and Mindoro. Radar station equipment with a number of 10 each, including radar systems. Automatic identification system, generator sets, HF radio communication, VHF radios, VHF handheld radios, IT network system, and other equipment including canine laboratory equipment for the canine hospital and dental equipment. Next year, the PCG would be building 5 regional bases, 2 in the eastern seaboard of the country, 1 in southern Philippines, 1 in western Philippines, and 1 in southern Visayas. It would also be spending 197 million pesos to build 20 radar stations to monitor vital sea lanes. The PCG is also set to receive foreign-funded projects like the completion of the 10 44-meter multi-role vessels, 2 92-meter vessels, and 10 rigid hull inflatable boats from Japan, all due for next year, 3 of which were already delivered. In addition, 82-meter and 25-meter vessels from France will also be delivered next year. The Japanese government also committed to build 4 radar stations in southern Philippines. The DBM has also increased the funding for the recruitment of 4,000 additional personnel this year and 5,000 additional personnel every year for the next 5 years, making PCG personnel complement to 40,000 by 2023. Realizing the challenges of the maritime environment, the PCG is putting premium on its personnel as its best asset by establishing the foundation of the organization. The command took the initiative to come up with a new table of organization and equipment, coined as the Service Command Career Path, with the objective and rationale to put the right person for the right job with the right equipment. The qualification of an individual is realigned on the service commands that perfectly fit their educational background, technical qualification, and professional experience. It denotes that instead of rotating the personnel to various positions, the Coast Guard leadership opted for specialized skills for its personnel to effectively perform its mandated task. Without quality education and training, the bulk of increase in personnel and equipment will not become productive. In order to produce skilled and competent Coast Guardians, the Command is partnering with the United States Coast Guard and Japan Coast Guard for professionalizing its personnel. For this year alone, we have sent 40 students to the United States Coast Guard School in Yorktown, Virginia, and 2 Coast Guardians were admitted to the United States Coast Guard Academy, while numerous short courses were also provided by the Joint U.S. Military Assistant Group. The Japan Coast Guard also provided trainings in law enforcement and environmental protection. Recently, China also opened its doors for the Philippine Coast Guard in security and law enforcement operations schooling for 43 students. Every year, the PCG sends 12 students to the World Maritime University in Malmö, Sweden, Maritime International School in Malta, and University of Wollongong in Australia. Nevertheless, the PCG values training exercises as key player in preparation to actual interoperability operations through the conduct of field training exercises. Bilateral cooperation including Southeast Asia Cooperation and Training Exercise and kaagapay ng mga mandirigma ng dagat were both led by the United States. Quarterly maritime law enforcement exercises is also initiated by Japan. PCG also participated at the Maritime Pollution Exercise in Bali, Indonesia, and also observed the Maritime Search and Rescue Field Exercise in Zhanjiang, China. These are all part of the preparations ahead of the challenges. Now that we have the equipment, personnel, and skills, we are ready to go an extra mile in protecting the maritime domain of our country. We owe it to the Filipino people and to the President, who is always supportive of us.